Hi, and welcome to another episode of Richard Harris's Herbal Tutorials. The tutorials that inform and educate about the practical and common sense usage of herbs and other natural substances. When you look at these videos, you have a better understanding of why you're using a particular herb or herbs, because guidelines are given and there are theories and concepts to regulate the uses of these herbs. An illness is not pulled from a hat and a plant is recommended without no understanding of the disease and how does the plant or plants selected address that particular illness. These guidelines offer a theoretical as well as a common sense approach to ailments and treatment. In these videos, Ayurvedic and traditional Chinese medical theories are the principles used to explain illnesses and how to select the appropriate herb or herbs or whatever agent is being used to effect a cure. I'm Richard Harris, and in this video, I'll be discussing another interesting and useful herb, scientifically known as Vetiver alliaceae of the Vetiver family, but more commonly known internationally as gully root, guinea hen weed, and ANAMU. This plant is very common in the Caribbean, certain parts of Africa, and Latin America. Recently, this plant has become quite famous worldwide because scientific evidence has been discovered verifying its usefulness in fighting various types of cancers. This is one of my favorite herbs. Quite a bit has been spoken of this plant. All over the internet, you can find various uploads relating to this herb. In this podcast, I'll be explaining the uses of this herb. So instead of randomly selecting diseases and throwing this plant at them, here you're going to be able to have some proper and common sense guidelines behind its uses. Like I said earlier, recent studies have demonstrated that this plant is very useful in the treatment of various types of cancers, especially leukemia and breast cancer. It seems to evoke immune response by stimulating the production of lymphocytes such as interferon and interleukins, a response that targets cancer. A study has been done on over 1,400 herbs and their ability to fight cancer, with this herb being in the top 40. So, this is a very useful herb to have among your stash of herbs. As usual, the aim of this video, like all other videos before it, is mainly for educational purposes. Please do not use the contents of this video as a basis for diagnosis and self-treatment. Please consult your physician or health care provider for medical guidance. Now let's delve into the wonderful benefit of this plant. Like most plants, this plant has several common names. Depending on the country or region it is found. Here in the Caribbean, it's no different. Thus, in Trinidad and Guyana, it is called gully root. In Barbados and the Bahamas, it's garlic weed. Across in Jamaica, it's known as guinea hen weed and strongman weed. It's kujuruk in Dominica, and St. Lucian's christened it Maui Paui. Not to forget Martinique, where it is referred to as dande, or our Venezuelan brothers call it mukura. In China and India, it's luli cow and ANAMU, respectively. If this video is interesting and you're enjoying it, why not pause for a short while, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't done so as yet. Furthermore, your friends and your loved ones may be interested, So why not share it with them? You don't want to be selfish, do you? I would also be excited to hear from you about your experiences with this herb. Please feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. I'll get back to you. As I've mentioned before, there are several categories under which herbs and substances are classified. In my earlier podcast, I discussed several of these categories. Whenever a new upload is presented, the category under which the item falls is always explained in order for you to be able to make informed decisions, thereby obtaining the optimum benefits because of proper application. Again, always pay attention to the categories under which the agent discussed is listed or classified. The various categories spell out the functions of the herb used and the conditions under which they operate. In other words, they operate like a compass, helping in the selection of the appropriate medication. Thus, if there is bleeding with signs of heat, herbs that cool blood and stop bleeding are used. If there is absence of breast milk with signs of blood and energy deficiency, agents that tonify energy and blood and promote lactation is used. Gully root falls under several categories, but in this video, the emphasis is mainly on its ability to cool heat and detoxify poison. This is a condition in which heat has been transformed into toxicity. Western medical thinking may diagnose as infectious diseases. In previous podcasts, I had discussed this category of herbs under the heading Herbs that Cool Heat and Detoxify. But that was a long time ago, so I'm going to recap some of what I said about this particular classification. These are the herbs of choice when various types of purulent pussy infections or life-threatening disorders are manifested. The agents used in this category address these types of syndromes. They are thought of as possessing antibiotic or antiviral qualities. This category therefore includes drugs that treat disorders Western medical practitioners may diagnose as encephalitis, gangrene, dysentery, various types of cancers, appendicitis, abscesses, and many other toxic syndromes. The whole plant is used, but more so the roots. It has a neutral energy and an arid taste, and it is thought of as entering the meridians of the lungs, stomach, and large intestines. Its chemical constituents are alkaloids, flavonoids, including N-gelatin, terpenoids, coumarins, steroids, saponins, polyphenols, fatty acid, and essential oil, and sulfur compounds, including dibenzyl trisulfide, which have demonstrated useful cancer-fighting activities. The functions of gully roots are 1. To cool heat and to detoxify. 2. To invigorate blood and to stop pain. 3. To kill parasite. 4. To dispel wind dampness. It is cytotoxic. This simply means it has cancer-fighting qualities. Uses. Gully root is a very useful herb for various types of cancers, especially with the addition of other beneficial herbs. However, it seems to have its best effect in treating leukemia. This is also a very good herb to use when the first signs of the flu is seen, such as headaches, fever, chills, body pains, etc. It may be combined with other herbs depending on the accompanying symptoms. 2. The leaf juice could be inhaled for violent headaches, especially the types many people seem to be getting recently. 3. Dysmenorrhea, manifesting as very painful lower abdomen with distension. Gully root is normally used with nutgrass, motherwort, and matroot. 4. Dysentery. Gully root is traditionally decocted, and the decoction is added to the juice of parsley to be used as an enema. 5. For long-term memory loss, it's traditionally used with gotu kola and sweet sage. 6. It can be used with the root bark of the cotton tree for facilitating easy childbirth. Additionally, gully root is traditionally used for sinus and sinus-related headaches, for which the leaves are pulverized, the juice is extracted and used as nose drops. A tea made of equal parts gully root and rosemary is decocted and taken internally. Other uses of gully root include hypertension, diabetes, pruritus, pediculosis, neurodermatitis, and arthritis. Externally, the fresh leaf juice may be dropped into the ear for earache or othoria. The leaf, together with rosemary, can be infused in olive oil or coconut oil and applied to the skin to ward off mosquitoes or to treat other insect bites. Dosage: 3 to 12 grams. Caution: avoid using during pregnancy and during the use of blood thinners. We've come to the end of another interesting video, don't you think? A lot has been said. I hope a lot has been learned. I had a lot of fun doing this video, as I always do. I hope you had a lot of fun too. Also, I hope you have gained some useful information. I shall be back soon with more informative and interesting videos, Jehovah's willing. Bye bye. See you soon.